Welcome to Knicks.com. I'm Jonah Ballow here with Kyle O'Quinn, the newest member of the New York Knicks. Kyle, interesting to meet you. You are a Jamaica, Queens native.
Yes, I am.
And now you're going to be wearing a Knicks uniform. What's that like for you?
It's big. It's big for me. It's big for my family. For me to come back home. I know we always joked and said, "Are you coming back home after college?" And I said, "Only if I'm playing for the Knicks." So it's finally happened, and it's fun.
Growing up in that area of New York, what was it like for you watching the Knicks?
I mean, it was big time entertainment with the MSG Network. You know, you had cable. You watched nothing but the Knicks. You know, it dominated the cable box, and you know, you just gravitate towards. You start loving the fans. I mean, you start loving the energy that the Garden brings. And my favorite thing about the Garden is that organ. And you know, and I've always, as a kid, I used to like when I used to play around. So it'd be nice.
As a kid, did you ever get to go to a game live?
Yep, and actually my first game ever was the Knicks versus the Magic. So my family, we always joke about that, how crazy that happened. Yep, and Tracy McGrady didn't play.
Nice. Okay. Now, you know, your career is very interesting in terms of what you did in college. Did you think that game against Missouri in the NCAA tournament really set you apart and sort of started this trajectory towards the NBA?
No, I don't want to downplay that game, but that game definitely helped out. You know, I was doing some things for my university. You know, I was playing well years before that, but that game kind of put me put me on the map and gave me an opportunity to go work out for different teams, and more teams wanted to see me. So it was kind of like my first time people saw me and they believed it and they wanted to see more.
Yeah, that's kind of a good point. You were always doing great things on the floor, but that was on the main stage of the NCAA tournament. Yeah. You know, looking at your game and what you've done with Orlando, I think there's some misconceptions because of the physical strength that you bring to the table and how you look. You're actually a very gifted passer, shooter, can do all things around the basket. Can you explain your game to maybe some of the fans out there that are not quite sure what you bring to the table?
Well, my game, I mean, obviously what got me in the league, and, you know, I like to stick with is the grittiness, you know, doing the things that the other four guys probably don't want to do every possession. And I'm just a team player. If a guy needs to get going, I'm going to try to get him a good pass. And I think that's what a lot of my stuff comes from, is just instinct, you know, just trying to get guys open. And, you know, I'm never going to be the number one scorer on the team and things like that, but I take it as a role, a big role in mine, you know, help out those like, you know, the leading scorer, the second leading scorer, getting somebody going. If a big man needs a touch, get him a touch, you know, and I'll try to get the rebound if he misses or something. So just trying to be a team player, but I'm getting more comfortable with my passing, my shooting. Last year I stretched it out to 3 a little bit, but I'm going to continue to work, and whatever the Knicks may need, you know, I'm willing to work on whatever that needs, and that need is in the offense.
You know, watching your game too, also from that high post, pinch post area where the triangle is really going to put a lot of the bigger guys at, you seem to find guys, back cutters, you know, looking for passing lanes, and ability to even hit that mid-range jumper. How do you like the triangle offense and where your fit is there?
I do like the triangle, but number one, I like it because it's kind of hard to scout. And when you have the ball, a lot of coaches say when you have the ball, you have the power. And when you're on defense and you don't know what's going to happen next, it kind of keeps the defense on its toes. And I do like that. And, I mean, you build a little chemistry with guys cutting back door. I know in Orlando, me and Victor had great chemistry with the backdoor pass. You know, when Aaron was there, we had good chemistry with the backdoor pass. So you build that chemistry through training camp and things like that. And then after that, you just catch defenses sleeping. And then I think the triangle kind of like, you know, brings the best out of your offense.
You know, stepping onto the Garden floor, I got to imagine as an NBA player is special. Now, you're a Queens native, so it's got to be extra special. But anticipating what that's going to be like for you in a Knicks uniform.
I can't. I mean, I have to give you a better answer after the first time it happens. Obviously, when I played in the Garden, when I was on another team, it was big. But to put on the uniform, you know, go through the pregame warm-up in the locker room, and I mean, it's going to be amazing. And words can't explain, I'm sure.
You know, it's so interesting, too. The Knicks have such a storied history of front court players that we've all seen, the Patrick Ewings, Anthony Masons, and now this new crew. We got Rolo here now in the mix, and then Kristaps Porzingis. There's going to be a whole new front court. Are you excited about this new identity that you can bring and set or establish a new front court here in New York?
Yeah, that I'm very excited about that. You know, some guys, you know, go to teams that's already established, and I mean, I know the Knicks here with the history, you know, these guys, you know, they're looking for, you know, an identity, and they're looking for guys to, you know, step up. And I'm just happy that I'm a part of a group that has that capability to do so. And I hope and pray that we do get it rolling. And, you know, I was one of the guys that was here from the start of it.
Now, you mentioned working out in Vegas at Impact Gym. You know some of the guys? Are you familiar, other than Kristaps? Are you familiar with some of the players on the team?
Already on the Knicks? No, actually, I don't. Oh, no, Jaren Grant, because him and Victor, they were pretty cool. So I know Jaren came down to Orlando a couple times, so we got a little personal relationship. Galloway, we played against each other in college, and I think we just gave each other enough respect to, kind of follow up on each other every so often. So he's a good dude, and that's somebody I like to watch. So just to play with him he was actually the first person to hit me up when it happened, and he had my jersey number already. So we talked about that, but you can already tell he's a good guy. So to be in the locker room, I'm sure he's even better there.
All right. Now, one of my favorite quotes about you was talking about how hard you work on the floor and how much pride you take in that. But what is Kyle O'Quinn doing off the floor for fun?
Off the fun, I like to hang out with my people. I'm not too big. I don't do too much. I'm starting to get in vacationing ever since I have such a longer summer. Spend a lot of time with my parents. They've been chasing me around all season since college, and sacrificing a lot. So spend a lot of time with them. But I'm a big family man. We can have a cookout every day if you want to.
Are you asking me for a cookout? Because
no, I'm just
you don't have to ask twice.
You can come over anytime.
What's your food of choice if you're leading the cookout there?
A nice turkey burger off the grill.
Okay.
Nice hot sausage off the grill. Anything off the grill, really. I like that grilled flavor. But when it comes to barbecue, I guess you can say brisket. Brisket is my favorite.
You sold me there. Brisket, I'm in. All right, Kyle O'Quinn, it's so great to meet you. I'm excited about this season and the chef, too. So we're excited about that as well. Enjoy your time in Vegas, and we'll catch up with you back in New York.
Cool. Thanks, man.
There he is, Kyle O'Quinn, right here on Knicks.com.